Group 1. Hi, Group 1. I'm so sorry about this. I was talking to myself about this beautiful reading and I hadn't been recording. So your card is see everything as your teacher. And I got this. And the thing about this card is that it's not completed. I haven't finished it. And there is an error here. And I just saw this now. See everything as your teacher. Like, seriously. And there's something about this, the perfection in the imperfection, right? Of course, I must make it. I still have to work on it. I don't want errors in my final product. But in the process, if I had said I wanted something perfect, I wouldn't have created this in the first place, right? And that's the idea. And what I was saying is that this is linked to, it could be a personal inner journey, and it could be something that you're working on that you are maybe getting in the way of because of your wanting it perfect now. And what I was reminding of is this, one of my favorite quotes, write drunk, edit sober. Ernest Hemingway said it. He was alluding to that the process is chaotic. But you can always come back and refine. So don't, and I think often as writers, I'm just going to use that as an example. Yours might be a different kind of project. We want the end result now, like we write judging ourselves, it's that inner censor. So I think that the guidance for you, Group 1, is to think about where there's something important to you right now that you're working on. It could be an inner journey, it could be an outer one, but there's something where you are judging yourself harshly, you or someone else, someone around you, because this Queen of Swords, Queen of Staffs, Queen of Wands showed up in the reverse around you with the Seven of Swords as well. And you got the Seven of Swords representing you here as well. And the Seven of Wands. So there's these sevens, right? And the Chariot. So it's very significant. It's like something has been getting in the way of you moving forward. And I think it's this wanting things to be perfect. Right, and this is the Seven of Wands showing up here. Like this judgment that you have, it's time to release judgment of yourself. It doesn't matter what other people say. It's your journey. You need to release this judgment of yourself and of wanting perfection in a relationship, in your relationship with yourself, or in something that you're working on. And the Seven of Wands is you showing up for yourself in a way where you say, okay, no more of this. So it's that kind of feeling there. And with the High Priestess, I think the guidance is to trust the inner guidance, to trust this seeing everything as your teacher. The way I do it is if I see, like the other day I saw a crab. And it was such an unusual thing. Like I'm not at the ocean. I'm like just driving along and I see this crab scuttling across the road. And I said to myself, okay, let's see if it comes up again and again. And the idea for me is if something shows up 3 times in a row, then that is something we need to interrogate. Don't just like, crab is my fuck man. Why won't my words come? So is my familiar. That's my teacher. That's my message from whatever. Interrogate it and use your intuition to see what that message is bringing for you. Here again, this for me is saying that you taking time out, and what I was suggesting, I'll come back to that. I'll come back to this card. I'll mention it now, but this is the pinnacle, right? The 10 of Cups is like wanting this perfection. I feel like your guidance is use the High Priestess, taking time out. And what I was saying is just this card for me is about the thing that came to me when I thought about that message, the task that you can do for the week ahead or weeks ahead is just to sit even 5 minutes and open, just close your eyes and see the vista, because that's what it is. It's like, look at this, like a blank slate. It's open. and just see that openness and just allow whatever it comes to come, but don't force it. Just, even if you sit there every day and just see the vista. You know, we maybe want things to come as concrete answers, but sometimes they are so subtle, they just happen, you know. And the other thing about this is the square kilometer array, and what I was saying is, and this is in South Africa, it's in Sutherland, and it's the first of its kind here. I think the biggest in the southern hemisphere. It's a telescope. It's a powerful, powerful telescope. And the square kilometer array contributes to not just to South African science, but to the world science, you know. I think that's beautiful, like that humanity, the common humanity. There's something in there about humanity. For you, maybe you've been thinking about that. What's your contribution? Yeah, beautiful. And this is the square kilometer array, is about the stars and the universe and uncovering what's out there. But it's not going to happen if we want, like, force it, right? This is about research and patience and allowing, and, you know, the cycles. So just open yourself up to the vistas. And with the judgment card, there's like this, there's something that you've been judging within your journey that you need to stop. Group 1. It's kind of, yeah. Instead, just see the process, and you're learning in the process. The process is like the prize, you know. Just remember that you can always refine things at the end. And if this is your own inner journey or a relationship, it's kind of like allowing the messiness to be the teacher, to be the thing that helps you get to this beautiful outcome. And, you know, so allow the messiness, because we are all imperfect. If it's a relationship, then seeing everything as your teacher, seeing this person as your teacher, seeing the things they do as a teacher about them, you know, helps with communication, with which the Ace of Swords is there. Even yourself, if you're on this inner journey, forcing yourself to be perfect is not going to help. But what you can do is allow, and I was saying for the weeks ahead, just be playful, just see what messages come to you. Do that sitting with the vista, and you can always come back and do, like, you know, a judgment card is about that reworking, that checking in, that evaluation. But you can do it from a gentle space. You can do it from a constructive space. And I feel like what your message, or what I was saying earlier, the message is that for now you need to just see the beauty, the perfection in the imperfection, that what you are, how you are, what you're working on, allow it to be chaotic in order for the beauty to come out, because the refining comes at the end. The same with the relationship. Some relationships, and maybe yours is has been tough, but it's almost like sometimes those tough relationships are worth it, because I don't know, some not all, but I think in your case there's something that's worth refining later. But for now, see the beauty in it, see the teacher in it, see the process, allow it to be a journey and an adventure. And I guess the same comes, well, this started for me, like if you're working on some kind of project, allow the chaos. You know, like as a writer, you may be, or you may be, I am. And the one thing I believe in is just letting it all out and not being too prescriptive in the process. You can always come back like this. And this is what this is so powerfully saying, is that this needs work. I haven't completed that, and there's a spelling error. But I at least allowed the chaos. It didn't start out like I didn't even have that. I didn't even, this was a process. And when I'm ready, I will come back and I will make my N, swap my N for my G, N and G there, right? And I will tighten this up and do all the things I need to do to make it what I feel happier with. Same with writing. I mean, that's the thing, is we can get in the way of our beautiful ideas because we are so intent on making them beautiful and perfect now. That's the thing. That striving for perfection can get in the way of the creative process. And that's what Ernest Hemingway was saying. There's different processes. There's the creative, and then there's the analytical, So even the square kilometer array, there's the recording of what's going on in the sky, and then there's the making meaning of it, right? I think that's beautiful. And then, so I was saying here, you had the Seven of Swords in the reverse with the High Priestess. So there's thoughts again, the thoughts, the negative thinking, the bombarding yourself with thoughts, but there's a letting go of that. And there's a rather trusting in the heart, trusting in the intuition, changing those negative thoughts to, this is a process, this is a journey. Let me go within, let me do this vista checking in. Let me allow the High Priestess. The High Priestess reveals to us when we are ready and when we've taken time out to be still. So that's what you're needing. And playful stillness. So when I said this vista, you take away this feeling of, again, this censorship by letting your meditations, letting your journey be more playful or more gentle, And gentleness here in this case is just seeing the vista and then like closing your eyes and seeing the vista. Otherwise, there's this thing about perfection. If we say, I have to meditate for half an hour every time and I have to be still, and I have to not let my thoughts get in, it gets in the way because you're so intense on doing that thing perfectly. Whereas if you relax, say 5 minutes, I'm just going to vista. And then you do that. And then things happen. They might not happen in words. They might not come in you a flash or whatever. Maybe they do. But a couple of weeks down the line, you're saying, okay, yeah, that thing is sorted, It's that kind of thing. And here's this, what I was saying, there's this feeling of a release of something or someone negative, some negative thoughts. There's this High Priestess, this fire energy that has been curtailing you, and it's maybe you it is this thing about mixing the creative with the analytical, maybe. Oh wow, look at that, creative, fire, analytical, swords, air. Gosh. And it could be someone around you that has it could be someone that's been curtailing you or telling you things that you're not good enough, or something, some kind of institution. It could even be like being in the wrong place. And now you're starting to listen to yourself, and then you get clarity with the Ace of Swords there. And then here with the Six of Cups, this was what I was saying again, is like honoring the perfection in the imperfection within you, This is about the past and how much, like, all these cups have contributed to you being you. And there's beautiful cups there as well, like maybe you focused on all the negative ones. I'm not good enough, I haven't done this, I was wrong here, whatever. And this is saying, I feel my message from this is honoring the beauty within you. And maybe this full moon, just do the vista in the full moon. It's today here. So, and apparently it's a close full moon, so it's going to look much bigger than normal. And there's your full moon again. But look at this new beginning. Whatever's going on, just trust this. There's a new beginning coming in for you where you are going to be ready to take a leap of faith on something. I think that you are working on something really beautiful yourself, a relationship or something else, and you've got to trust the process and not be too hard on yourself. And it comes back to this, your vista and seeing everything as your teacher. Okay, group 1, I'm going to leave it there. It still ended up being a bit long. I hope this has helped you, and if it has, please give me feedback, and like, share, subscribe, tell others about my channel, and I'll chat with you again soon. Bye. Group 2, welcome back. This is your full moon reading in the sign of Taurus. Ooh, the solar plexus. Yellow candle, solar plexus. I'm worthy. Isn't that just beautiful? Isn't that lovely? Let us see. Gosh. Okay, beneath the deck you have the 4 of coins. There's this feeling immediately I get of releasing the need to hold on too tightly to things, because you are, I feel you are entering a space of just knowing that you are worthy, you know, like feeling, opening yourself up to abundance. Look at this person, just trusting that what are these? Acorns? Not acorns, obviously not acorns, pawpaws or whatever, but they're gold coins here. Whoops, that's beautiful, are falling, are coming to you. Wow, and there's no more need for hoarding. Oh, it's a very liberating feeling. Look at this person dancing here. Oh man, that's so beautiful. Like the whirling dervishes. Wow. But this is not. This person is playing a drum. Wow. Oh, just look at that. So beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. No, I've never... It's so funny, right? I've never really looked at this 2 of coins properly. And I'm feeling it now. Wow. Dancing things into being. Something like that. But it's just allowing. Yours feels very much like abundance, but it's also linked to your sense of self-worth. And maybe you've been doing... Oh, and look at this. Like, we've got the tiger's eye here, which is the stone of... financial abundance. Okay, at the center you have the 2 of cups. So I feel like your things are just starting to show up for you, including relationships that are worthy of you. Isn't this beautiful? This beautiful. And no matter how old you are, it's this feeling of worthiness of a relationship, or who you are. It's this worthiness. And with the 8 of cups, it's like a long journey of having learned to let go. And don't stop now. Just keep letting go of those feelings. It's feelings, really. Maybe based on previous relationships, previous emotional experiences. Just keep like, okay, that's in the past. That happened. Yes, it's fine. I've dealt with that. That's fine. That's fine. It doesn't define me. It has helped me be who I am, but it doesn't define me. And just opening yourself up to the abundance. There's something, maybe, so the solar plexus, I am worthy. That's your mantra for the next 2 weeks. I'm worthy. Beautiful. And maybe for the next week, just work with the solar plexus. And maybe if you want, you can use my... I did the solar plexus a couple of weeks ago. I did Reiki. I did a reading. You can go and check it out. You are showing up as this. It's almost like you cutting out negativity, cutting out this a feeling of not being worthy of the abundance. So maybe you are changing your thinking around abundance. Maybe you've had, you know, yeah, so much going on, right? Huge things happening in the US, but let's just say this. There are other places where countries like Cuba have fought for socialism, and it's been a losing battle because of the forces around. It's really, really hard to have socialism in a capitalist world, because those with power hold on to that. But the point, though, is, what was my point? Anyway, so it's cutting out your thoughts about abundance. Perhaps you have not felt worthy for whatever reason. Sometimes we don't feel worthy because we can see the pain that other people have. Do you know? And so we get in the way of our own abundance. But actually, maybe your abundance brings with it the possibility to support others more, to help create a better world, to, like, I know for me, when I have, I'm able to help. I don't believe that that's the kind of world we need to create. I think we need to create a world that's more fair, where people don't have to hustle. But the fact is that some people do. I've had to hustle. But when I have, it gives me so much joy to be able to support those people that I care about, those people I love, who might be having such a shit time, you know, and have no one else around them to help. And, do you know, so maybe there's a rethinking, and maybe that's what you're doing, is showing up with this Malika of Swords to cut out negative thoughts about your own abundance and your own worthiness. Because this is also that feeling of outsiderness, and that's what you are cutting out, is this feeling like, I'm not worthy of having, of letting the like being paid well, like having the, like being offered a car, if that's what I'm needing, or a job that pays well, or a loan, or someone investing in me, or whatever that might be for you, group 2. And look at this beautiful, joyful energy. So this is your advice. You have the 8 of the Strength card, and this is talking about strength. Look at the childlike quality of the strength. This little girl has a duck in her hand. There's this juxtaposition of the soft and the strong. Well, actually, they're not juxtaposed. It's one within the other, you know? But there's a childlike nature to this beautiful inner strength that is emerging. This sense of, I have the right to be joyful. I have the right to be joyful. And this is you, like, drumming that in, that singing that in, dancing that in. Be joyful, group 2. Like, let me just say, your 2 weeks ahead, just think joy. Like the solar plexus is so much about that, this joy. You know, burn yellow candles, bring yellow into your life, wear yellow, dance. Do something that that moves that energy within for you, group 2. I love that. I really love that. Okay. Yeah. Wow. I feel like, well, what the cards are saying. I'm just going to peep at that one, the Hierophant. I'll see if it's, oh, Six of Wands, victory. I was going to say, I feel like love. You've got the Lovers here as well. Oh, wow. The Two of Coins, Two of Cups, the Two of Coins, the Lovers. So there's maybe a beautiful relationship around that's coming into fruition, that's bringing about this joy. Or maybe you are dancing this relationship into being. You're being joyful, welcoming it in by being joyful, but also working on your sense of your own self-worth. And maybe you've been doing a lot of that. Just continue with that group too. Wow. 9 of Coins, 10 of Coins. That's you opening yourself up to this, which is the whole thing, the relationship, the family, this joyful little space. Wow. Nice. So at the center, the Two of Cups, the Two of Swords, it feels like something is getting clarity, something where you felt blindfolded, where you didn't see clearly is coming into focus, and it feels like a relationship. And this relationship is very much around, it's premised on your loving yourself, your realizing where you haven't loved yourself enough, and you're working now on this sense of, wow, I'm so worthy of the love and of the abundance, financial abundance. So there's a combination here. And the Eight of Cups with this Four of Swords. This doesn't just go away, is what this is saying. You know, this sense of hearkening on to the past and holding on to those emotional heartbreaks. It requires you to take time out, to rest, to release. So take time out when those things come up for you. Note them and make a moment for you to just lie down and release in your mind that thing. It requires consistency, I feel, for you in this moment. And then with what's working for you, with the Nine of Coins, you have the Queen of Cups, and look at that. It's you showing up with a full cup of love for yourself. And because you are showing up with the full cup of love for yourself, these things are falling into your lap. Relationship, love. It's almost like, my dear group, too, I'm worthy of having it all. You know, because we live in an unfair society doesn't mean you can't have it all. Maybe that's what the more of us who slowly start having it all, believing in having it all, we start creating a society where everyone has, you know. And then the Malika of Swords. The Malika of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups. Okay, so this is cutting out these, this Nine of Cups. Okay, I feel you have equated this having with selfishness, and I feel you need to confront that. There's the Nine of Cups. You have the Eight of Cups. It's almost like this thing that you need to release is this idea of selfishness. You having, meaning that you're selfish. I think you need to interrogate that group too. Yeah, because it's stifling you, you know. It's making you feel like an outsider. It's making you feel unworthy. It's powerful, because this is the devil in reverse, showing up as something constraining you. So I think you've done a lot of work without even realizing it on healing this. But now maybe it's your time to confront it and, you know, really move to victory. It's like almost like I feel like this full moon is a time for you to completely release that. Well, I said it's a process, right? So maybe let the 2 weeks ahead, or even if 1 week, just be your confronting that, just coming back to it, or whatever the underlying thing is, I think that the main thing is, the thing is this feeling of, if I have, then I'm selfish. And to moving towards I'm worthy. And the thing, there are other ways that shows up for you. So just be aware of those triggers where they come up. And those are the ones that I feel in these things, emotional triggers that you are needing to confront and just gently let go. Let go by repeating, I'm worthy, you know. It's like you are countering them. And then, wow, I just love this, the Lovers, and then the 10 of Coins. You know, to me, this is saying joy. What you are bringing in is joy, financial abundance, and love. Joy, financial abundance, and love. And there's something about balancing them, all three. Let me see. That feels very much like the Devil card, right? This healing addiction. I confront my destructive behaviors. What was I saying about the Devil card? And it doesn't have to be an addiction. It could be these words, addiction to words. These things that you've said about your lack of worthiness, your not being worthy. And maybe they don't even show up as words. They're just feelings, you know, with the 8 of Cups there. So it's time for you to confront that. Because I really feel a huge change coming up for you. Just allow the past, release that now, group 2. And yeah, I'll leave it there. And I'll chat with you again soon. Bye. Welcome back, group 3. Your card is the Crown Chakra. I am one with all that is. Sure, very powerful. So something to do with your relationship with something higher, however you see God, the universe. Wow. And if you look at this card, this doggy is just chilling on the beach. There's probably a human there. It could relate to you just taking time out to appreciate the wonders of nature, of life, and be grateful. Timo loves me. Timo loves me. Wow. The moon is like, there's a full moon. That's why I'm doing this, for the full moon in the sign of Taurus. Taurus. Wow. Gosh. Whoa. I shuffled these, guys. I mean, I've just been reading. So, relationship, the Queen and the Empress and the Emperor, all balance within yourself. Let's see. Wow. Okay, so at the center you have the Daughter of Staffs, this joyful, like a new beginning. This is a Page of Wands. A page is curious, is interested in the adventure. They know they're just starting out, and so they are open-eyed. So there's some little adventure that you're being guided to be very open-eyed about. All right? Just know that you're being guided on this adventure. What is over the horizon? I can't see. I don't know. And that's okay. But it's beautiful. I'm one with all that is. Sure. Very powerful. Watch the caution here. Is this holding on? See, the page goes with their staff, but they're not holding on tight. In this case, it's like, this is the way it must be. So just caution about that. Your journey at the moment is about listening and allowing and connecting. Go on walks, find time for meditation. Don't make it heavy, but just sit quietly and have a cup of coffee with spirit, with your guides, with your ancestors, with nature. If you don't believe in all of that, just go and sit. Just marvel at I must remember to do this, is take a picture of my beautiful, these like, I don't know what these flowers are, but they're like bells. They're just so beautiful. So, I don't know. There's something very lovely and soft about your journey right now, group 3. Allow it to be soft. Allow. You have the 9 of Cups here, and I'm also seeing this as a release of expectations of, oh, this is what it needs to be, this is how it must be, all that kind of thing. And around you is breaking free from these chains. The devil has come up for the previous reading, and in group 1, it was just this, it was that energy of control, someone controlling you, or you trying to control. But in this case, it's maybe something external from you, where you felt chained, maybe chained to an outcome, and your journey at the moment is just about allowing. You have the Hanged Man in the reverse. Maybe just a challenge for you is very much, that's the same kind of energy, right? This in the reverse would be the same as this holding on and not just allowing and letting go. So your journey for the next couple of weeks is just to release, let go. Just the main focus for you is this connection with your sense of the higher power, of love, of nature, of being, of the mystery, connecting with the mystery. And the Empress Taurus and the Emperor Aries. I'm going to see what comes up. It could be a relationship showing up for you. Maybe you are, maybe something's coming in a relationship that is gaining clarity or coming in, but it's beautiful. High Priestess, Page of Wands. Don't hold on too tightly to that wand, Oh, sure, and the Devil showing up here. And the Lovers. Goodness me. To me, there's definitely a relationship here. And the feminine is gaining clarity about it, and the masculine is learning to release the need to control. I got the word intoxicating. Maybe you need to have a bit more intoxication in a relationship. There's a beautiful relationship here, group 3. And I keep putting that upright. So there's some guidance about releasing. That's where a present, just releasing and almost like giving it up to a higher power. I'm one with all that is. And when we are one with all that is, we see all the puzzle pieces. We see that relationship for what it is, how it's our teacher, or how it's right for us, or whatever the case might be. And I'm feeling here with this that something's right, even if it might not appear so, with the Daughter of Staff. So your ticket to this revealing, or it's not just an aha, it's a quiet revealing, it's a quiet time of revelation, maybe revelation after revelation, or just quiet revelation. It's quiet knowing through the Moon, the High Priestess, and the Crown. Look at that, like really. So this full moon is very powerful. So please, I would suggest taking time out to be in the full moon today or tomorrow. Just sit under the full moon, and I'm one with all that is. Just feel that sense of being one with all that is, and you can say that affirmation as well. So I feel like something important here for you, group 3. And then with the Ace of Staffs, you have the Page of Wands. It comes back to what I was saying. The page holding, don't hold on too tightly to that staff. Like, I'm on this adventure and I want to know. It's kind of like, I'm on this adventure. I'm on this adventure. And it's so quiet and beautiful and open and mystical and magical, you know. And as I need to know, I will know. I will have that inner knowing. 9 of Cups with the King of Swords. There's this, this inner knowing, this clarity. And there's a way, there's a sense of you also needing to be fiercely guarding. So your fire energy is not like, I have to. But your air energy, guarding against the destructive inner talk or negative people or things around you that keep you stuck in, oh, which way should I go? Shouldn't I? It's like releasing that. And you need to be self-protective in doing that. There's this sense of you guarding against anything that can harm your divine feminine, that can harm that baby that you are birthing, about to birth. This creative energy within you. So you are needing to guard against that, and maybe that's why the masculine has also shown up as your guardian. And the Devil is so interesting here because it's advice. I don't know why I'm getting a feeling of the Hierophant here. You know, almost like the tried and tested, trusting the tried and tested. There's almost like this creative energy, and then this energy of order and structure, and you know, there's a right way of doing things, kind of thing, like almost buying into that, and it's okay. It's like, this one needs this one needs the discipline, this creative thing needs the hospital, you know, it needs the I don't know. That's what I'm getting. And here with the I know, I think I've spoken about this. So the Devil's showing up twice. So the Devil's showing up in the negative, and here it's in the positive, right? And I think it's saying something about that rootedness to what is, to reality. Do you know, this thing that wants to release itself, this beautiful divine feminine energy, requires this. It's like, for example, let me just use me. My Selfful Soul is my creative project. My Communicating Simply is my project that, yes, I do some really nice, interesting work, get to meet so many brilliant people, lucky me. But it is the plodding work, it is the work that brings in the finances to make this happen, you know what I mean? It's something like that. And it's also talking about the complementary nature of these two. So this beautiful relationship, if there is one here, is opposite energies but very complementary. They protect each other in different ways. Sometimes maybe traditional ways, you know. I just want to think about this Ace of Swords with the Devil. There's something here about there's as much power in this Ace of Swords as there is in this major arcana, the Devil. Right? This honesty, this clarity, this no-nonsense energy tempers this Devil that can be destructive. And there's also something about this there's traditional, there's the tried and tested, but there's also this feeling of, I was going to say non-traditional, maybe, but what it was about is how we see the devil as a negative thing, but yet this devil is such a powerful teacher that sometimes we do need to be anchored. We do need to be in a place, so that we can see what needs to be released, and hold on to the things that need to stay, you know. And then I got here, naughty but nice. So there might be something naughty but nice here in this relationship. But I feel like this Empress energy, honesty and forthrightness and clarity about themselves and protecting themselves is the thing that anchors this relationship that could be destructive, but that can be very powerful and beautiful and healing. Okay, group 3, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this has helped you and read your story. I'm finding it very beguiling. And yeah, and I wish you all the best with the weeks ahead, and I'll chat with you again soon. Bye.